What's good, y'all? This T-Lo Conceited Magazine. I got my homie DjX from the StarStuddedEmpire, DJ of 100.1 The Beat and iHeart Radio. But I'm gonna let him introduce himself first to y'all.
Hey, what's going on, world? This your boy DjX803, residing from Columbia, SC, CEO of StarStuddedEmpire, graphic design artist for Black Ink Crew, 100.1 The Beat and iHeart Radio.
So yeah, man, I've been following you for a while, man. Congratulations on all the success, man. With Black Ink, 100.1, the whole StarStuddedEmpire. But we're gonna kick it off from when I first met you. Let's start from the team parties, man. Tell us about your first experience getting into this industry.
Man, so it all started like this. I was a graphic design artist for a lot of clubs back in the day. So when I got in touch with this one club owner, he had me making graphic designs for his parties, for all his events and everything. So I just got started treated like royalty. Just ended up as events at the age of 16, walking in and everything. So I'm walking around, looking around like, I can do this myself. So I started up the team, Superstar Entertainment, me and my partner Ace Richie Rich. What's going on, Ace? And we just started doing things from there. 2008, we had to change the name to StarStuddedEmpire to what you see today.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So back in these team parties, if you can go back in time right now, what would someone see at your team parties?
Man, a whole lot of ratchet. Dead ass, a whole lot of ratchet. And pandemonium, at the doors and everything. We had 1,000 people waiting to get into our parties, especially our phone parties that we're famous for. So we done a lot of events back in the day that was highly on demand, and we had to make it on demand.
Okay. So what's the estimate of some of your parties, man? Tell me about the most memorable team party that you had.
The most memorable team party. Back on 2 Notch Road, at this place called The Zone. We threw the biggest phone party that Columbia SC has ever seen. Over 1,000 people, foam everywhere. We got the video on YouTube. As soon as I find it, I'll let y'all see for yourself. But I think that was the most memorable party, team party at that, for us back in the day.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So I know I watched you for a long time. I know you had the team parties going on, and I remember that also at that time you actually was a producer. And so tell me about some of the records that you produced and maybe some of the artists you work with.
Well, it was kind of like a fluke for me when I started this producing thing. I started with my nephew, Kenzo DeLorean. He was known as the Track Runners. So we just started producing a lot of beats for a lot of artists that I can't remember back in the day. But my standout producing credits had to be the song that we did called Starburst Booty with the Star-Studded click. Me and my partner managed the click. We got on the radio for the first time ever, Then I managed another group called the Loonies. We got on the radio for the second time. I didn't produce that yet, but it was getting to the fact that I was in managing mode more than producing. So when I got hold of one thing, I get a look at another thing and just take on to that. So it was kind of like a, gradually getting up there with new features and new things, new adventures.
So basically you're just getting a feel for the industry and
Exactly.
Basically at that age, man, I think you was what, 16, 17?
16, 17, yo.
Okay. So you started off promoting the team parties and producing, but what made you decide that you wanted to kind of elevate yourself and be a DJ?
Well, that's the biggest transition I've ever made in my life. I threw this big party, and T-Lo, you was there with me. It was Stars of the Night Part 4 at the National Guard Army and whatnot. We threw a big party, then everything wasn't going as planned as far as the DJ and his time of arrival. So I'm an overachiever, so I'm thinking to myself, if I do these parties, why should I book another DJ? I'll just become a DJ myself. So I started becoming, intelligent with the game of the art of DJing, started researching, seeing what I could do. Started off with these small controller DJs that the old school DJs would pick on me to this day that I had back in the day and everything like that, because they frown upon digital DJing. So, but that was my start. I just learned how to be a digital DJ. Then I got into my mentor, Mr. DJ D-Tech, the OG in the streets and whatnot. Taught me how to become a real DJ, and then the rest is history.
Okay, man. Shout out to DJ D-Tech and the Coalition DJs too, man. I fucks with them real heavy. So like, between everything that we done spoke about so far, like, what's been the biggest obstacles that you have come across so far?
It's my age, man. Coming in at such a young age and everything, it's kind of like you got to compete with these OGs that established relationships with everybody that's in the city. So it's hard to put your foot through the door and get that opportunity that you need with everybody else because everybody has an established relationship. So it took me a long time to establish my own relationship with different type of people. Not kissing ass or anything, but just to be humble and just to be patient at the same time.
Okay, yeah, man. I appreciate that so much. I feel like if we got more individuals like you around the city, we can come together as a collective whole and make a real progress. And so, like, you know, basically at this point, you know, we're gonna take a break and we're gonna come back and check you out, okay?
No doubt.
All right, y'all. We still rolling with my homie DJ X from 100.1 The Beat, iHeart Radio, Black Ink. And, you know, we in South Carolina today. I'm interviewing him. You know, he's on the road, I'm on the road. But we're going to talk about a few things. Let's talk about your city, man, and, like, what you feel like about the music industry right now as far as your city.
Oh, man. It is so many talented people here. It is just ridiculous. It's just the state of South Carolina is just a crab in a bucket state. You know, everybody is just to be looking to be the next artist that make it out of South Carolina and everything like that. But there's tons of talent here, you know, from the Stunt T's, the Speaker Knockers, Black Zach, Mo Beats, YPC, Blockstar, Jock Hustles. Like, that's a lot of talent here that gets slept on and whatnot, excuse my language and everything, but it's just a crazy music scene that everybody looks down upon because, you know, there's some artists that's out there that adopts the flow of an Atlanta artist. So we don't get looked at like as seriously as we need to because people are adopting flows instead of just being their original selves. So
I agree with that, man. I agree with that fully. So, like, as far as like the indie artists, like I know you just named a list of them right now. Like,
those are just hip hop artists. Shout out to the R&B artists. You know, Marcus Allen, Steve Rocks. You know, R&B Stefan. You know, the late great Mike Smith. Rest in peace, man. But like, it's a lot of good artists out there that get slept on. But you know, as soon as I get up to that point, man, I'm gonna make sure I will play everybody's tracks in every club that I go to out of state.
Okay. So y'all gotta just make sure y'all continue working hard, man. X got you. But like, no discrimination or not picking just picking a favorite artist or anything. But like, what's one of your favorite singles that's out right now from an indie artist that you really like?
First one that jumped on my mind, man, just to be honest, gotta be that 100 Bands by Black Zach. Not just because he's behind me or anything like that, but it's just like that track just sticks out to me because that doesn't sound like a local track. It just sounds like, you know, it could be played on BET. You can see it on MTV or anything like that. It's just like a good trap track that relates to the likes of Young Dolph, 2 Chainz, you know, artists of that nature and everything. Shout out to Black Zach and the whole DME crew. But I have a lot of favorite tracks out there, man. You know, back in the day, you know, the Nasty Song, Lil Rue, Mr. Taylor, Shoot the F Up. You know, Mo Beats doing his thing right now, Stunt T doing his thing right now, and whatnot. So it's a lot like, that's the first track that jumps in my mind. But like, I have a lot of favorite SE tracks out there, you know, that's going on right now. You know, Queasy Kane got a track, Hell Yeah, biggest banger in the club right now. Oh man, it's a lot, man. It's a lot.
Okay. So like, man, like I do a lot of traveling myself, and like, you know, everywhere I see artists is doing different campaigns.
Right.
I don't see a whole lot of different campaigns here. I see a lot of artists just trying to focus on mixtapes and stuff like that. What's something that you can kind of recommend indie artists to try to do a little bit more to progress their career?
Just like how you just stated, like you go to other states, you see a whole lot of campaigns. So like, you can have the hottest song in the state right now, let alone in the country. But if you don't have visuals to match along with the music that you put out, you just putting yourself in a hole. You just double working and everything. So like, when you put a single out there, just focus on that single, and along with that single, focus on your visuals as well, man. You gotta get the quality behind your single and the quality of people looking at you. You gotta put on a presence everywhere that you go. You just can't go anywhere and just pass out your mixtapes to like certain DJs or anything like that. You gotta make the DJ notice you. If the DJ notice you, they're gonna wanna fuck with you. So that's as simple as I can put it.
Okay. And I know this is most talked about here. Like a lot of artists, like you say, man, like it's about the artists making, you know, their presence and making people remember their presence. So I know you get a lot of artists come up to you and be like, hey, play my track, but they're not trying to build a relationship or try to, you know, make you remember them. So it's kind of like, discuss that situation on how you feel. I know you get a lot of artists that come to you and say, play my track, but it's kind of like, you can't play everyone's track. And just because someone walks up to you, you can't just play their track like that. Tell me how you feel about that situation and what you kind of want to recommend to artists.
It just depends on the situation and the environment that you're in. Like, it's always a bad idea to walk up to a DJ while he's working in the club and tell him to play your track. The DJ guy has to take his time and like analyze the track out before he can play it to see if it's mastered, you know, depending on the type of event that he's doing, to see if there's no profanity or explicit lyrics in the song or anything like that. And then, like, if you just send the tracks to the DJ's email, like, I don't know about most DJs out here, but you can always send a track to my email and I can always analyze it, you know, also give you an opinion on the track to see what type of scene the track would work in and everything like that. But like, the kissing the ass thing never works. It never works. You could buy a DJ a drink all night long if you wanted to. He will still not play your track. And I've seen this, you know, firsthand and whatnot. Like, I won't do it and everything. I'll play your track depending on the type of scene that it is. But it's just how you approach DJs. You gotta approach them in a manner that they could take you seriously and whatnot. I could salute one DJ that plays everybody's tracks, no matter who they are. DJ D-Tech, the OG in the game and whatnot. He puts on for the city. DJ Lucky Leon, he always, you know, be the first one to drop exclusive tracks from out of Atlanta, Columbia. He puts on. So I try to mimic what they do and build a relationship with artists and try to throw their tracks out there and be a record breaker as well. That's what the coalition DJs are for and everything. So I'm just trying to, you know, put my input on there as if I was a coalition DJ and break records that need to be broke and everything, because like everybody always says, Mogul Mindset says on all his flyers, every local artist, I mean, every big artist is a local artist and everything. So you gotta show them that respect as soon as they begin, or like it's gonna be too late. Don't jump on them bandwagon later on down the line and everything. So
okay, that's what's up, man. So y'all heard it from X, you know, personally, man. It's just tips, man. So don't take it as no hater or someone being cocky. Nah, man, we just all here to help each other. So we're gonna keep this interview rolling, man. We got to check into a couple more questions I got for you. So like, I know you did a lot of team parties in the past, man. Tell me about your most memorable team party.
Damn, my most memorable team party had to be on 2 Notch Road at the Zone. Had the biggest foam party in the history of Columbia SC. And when I tell you this was like at the last minute, but this was like at the last minute. We promoted it for a month, but like the last week, we decided to have a foam machine in there. So basically, as soon as everybody got word of that, it was 1,000 people at the party, like wall to wall. It was just crazy. That was the best party that Superstar Entertainment has ever done.
All right, bro. I just want to, you know, congratulate you again on your, you know, your new opportunities and success. You know, I see that you just linked up with Duchess from Black Ink and the whole Black Ink crew and the TV show, and with their new shop, Pretty and Ink in Charlotte. So, tell me how this opportunity came about.
Man, it was just luck with that one. Shout out to my partner Lindbergh ENT. Man, he hooked me up with the connection with Duchess. All she wanted was a graphic design flyer for her. She was impressed with what I did with her, so she took me on as like a permanent graphic design artist. So at the grand opening, I told her I could DJ as well. So basically, I just started DJing for her, and then the rest is history. We're just doing a lot of work. We're working on a new radio show in Charlotte right now, so I'm trying to get on the radio up there in Charlotte as well. So shout out to Duchess and Pretty and Ink, the whole crew, Cal, Shauna, Archangel, Pac-Man, Caesar, the whole Black Ink crew, man. I appreciate the opportunity too.
Okay. So basically, you brought that all in one roll to the table for the whole crew out there. And you know, could we expect? Could you say what we can expect next with the whole, you know, Pretty Ink shop?
Well, hopefully you'll see me on TV in the next 4 or 5 months. They already got the cameras in my face. We're gonna make this a continuous thing, and you can probably see me on the spinoff of season 1 for Black Ink Crew Charlotte.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, bro. So I always see you making moves, and I know you into that college scene, and you know you got to rep your school and stuff. You know, Benedict. So tell me a little bit about what you did for your school. You know, like I know you DJ. I know y'all got homecomings. Give me a little background on you with your school.
Word, shout out to BC. You know, man. It's like a blur, man. Like I love my school. Like I love the interaction for HBCU. You'll never see another HBCU besides State. Shout out to State. But besides State, you'll never see another HBCU get together like Benedict College. Like everybody is on campus, is 100 with each other. There's no beef. There's no problems. Everybody's there for their education. Some of the stuff that I've done there, like I DJ a lot of events there. You know, from homecomings to like cookouts, spring flings, you name it, and everything. I'm part of the Mills organization. Shout out to my Mills brothers. We're doing a lot of great things for the community, for the school. We just, you know, want to uplift that school because it has a history, you know, of like bad things that's happened there, you know, when it comes to like national disasters, the weather, you know, things, you know, racial tensions from our school to other schools. So like, we just try to move forward on a positive note, and you know, just let everybody know that Benedict College is just the place to be in Columbia, SC.
Okay. So like, I know we talked about the Star-Studded Empire, you know, in your earlier days, you know, as far as the team parties, and of course, you know, 10 years later, you know, you've been in the game for a while. Tell me a little bit more about the motive for Star-Studded Empire now. What kind of makes y'all now?
What kind of makes us now, man, is like the drive that we have to make a name for ourselves as individuals, not just as a team alone, but as individuals. We teamed up with a lot of people, you know, that helped us put our name on, from like the Mogul Mindsets, the Rack City Seds, 9 Mills, Crusaders, you know, Upscale. Shout out to all those popular college promoters out there that we done worked with and whatnot. I just took my DJing skills and networked with a lot of people so I could help put my team on at the same time and whatnot. So like, you can catch us at your next event, you know, not only in Columbia, but Myrtle Beach, Charlotte, Spartanburg, Orangeburg, Atlanta. We just did a big event in Ohio. Shout out to the Campus Crashers. They hooked that one up for us. And like, we just looking to spread, you know. As far as I go, I'm taking my team with me. Believe that.
Okay. So, I know you just joined 100.1 The Beat and iHeart Radio, so make sure y'all tune into his midnight mixes. Check him out throughout the day. He got online, Spinrilla. Make sure you check all that out. But like, tell us a little bit about this opportunity. I remember talking to you a few years ago, and you always just told me your goal was to get on the radio. Tell me how this occurred.
Man, just talking with my partner and networking with a lot of DJs out here, and a specific DJ that I network with, his name DJ Louis V. And he basically told me to stay up, stay patient, you know, your opportunity is gonna come. My first opportunity came in May, doing a Memorial Day mix. You know, while everybody was at the beach, I was on the radio. So I was on the radio for that whole weekend. That was my first opportunity as a special guest DJ. Then another opportunity came again recently, like about 2 months ago. I did like the midnight mixtape that I've done in the past, and you know, the program director was impressed with my patience and my attitude and my consistency, that he wanted me to be on full time along with the mix mob. Shout out to DJ T.O., DJ Joe Black, Hype Man Coop, Louis V, DJ Frosty. Man, the Beat Columbia, no shade to Hot 103.9 or anything like that, but you know, now that I'm on 100.1, you're gonna look at a lot of new flavor that's coming for Columbia, South Carolina.
Alright, y'all, we checking back in with my homie DJ X of 100.1 The Beat, iHeart Radio, Black Ink, and we're gonna jump right back into this interview. So, no, you've been in the game for 10 years, man. From, you know, just even as a teenager, man. Like, what's been the craziest moment, you know, that you experienced between like business, parties, traveling? Just tell me about your craziest moment.
My craziest moment. The craziest moment had to be in 2006 when like I first got my.
When you walked towards the bullets when they were shooting.
That's my second craziest moment. That's my second craziest moment. I don't stop hearing that to this day. Ace kills me with that. But had to be 2006 when I had my first share of popularity. I know you remember Kings of the Met. Had this big group called Kings of the Met and everything. We just go around. Well, I don't go around, but it's kind of like I'm the manager of the team and everything. The team goes around and just dance at regular parties. Shout out to B-Lat, Hollywood, Lil Red, Sonny, Shorty Mac on the track, rest in peace. But it was this Bow Wow concert that we went to, and all of us walked in with our little spray painted shirts on. That was the style back in the day, you know, 5X large T-shirts and everything like that. So we all just walked in there as paying customers. We all walked in there looking like a rap group. So as you can see, a rap group at a Bow Wow concert with screaming teenager females and whatnot, like they all ran up to us like we were celebrities. And well, they ran up to most of us. I got my partner Hollywood. He's the only one with a black and white t-shirt on, and all of us looking all colorful and everything. So basically he was looking like a stepchild off there on the side and everything like that. But our craziest moment, like we trying to walk to our seats, but we fighting all females just to get to our seats and everything, thinking we're just like celebrities, but we didn't have more than $10 in our pocket and stuff. So like ever since then we just capitalized off of that fake fame, and you know, just took it from there with our popularity and, you know, just making connections and stuff like that. But the second craziest thing, walking in a stream of bullets, you know, looking for my money off of a gig that I've done, you know.
I'm talking about when I was at the.
I already know that can be a hassle, man.
Oh my God.
Do what you it was some other.
I don't even want to get into all that, man. I just, you know, thank God that I'm alive and everything. But I had some crazy moments back in the day. So
You want anybody shut down the party?
So we know you got a lot of crazy moments, and we know we got a lot of crazy moments in the near future to come. But like, where can they find DJ X at right now? Where can we find you at?
Right now, you can find me at mostly every club in Columbia, SC. Fan Mix Nightlife, December 26th, man. Shout out to the Legion of Boom. We got a big party there. Anywhere that Happy Juice is, man, I'll be there too. Shout out to the Happy Juice conductor, DJ B Lord, man. Still putting on for SC like he's supposed to. 4 or 5 months, you'll catch me on VH1 doing what I do best. You know, my first time acting, my first time on a reality show, but we'll see how that goes. Shout out to Duchess and Black Ink Crew. Catch me every Friday and Saturday night on 100.1 The Beat. Download the iHeart Radio app and tune in to me every midnight on Friday and Saturday, midnight to 2 a.m. playing your favorite hits. Shout out to StarStuddedEmpire. That's my team. I grew with them. I love them boys. Love the females. Love everybody that helped me get to where I'm at today. Shout out to Conceited magazine. Shout out to my partner Isaac Freeman, my A1 Day One. That's about it, man. You know,
Okay.
Just putting on for South Carolina like it's supposed to.
Okay. Well, that's what's up, man. I know you got a lot of big plans in the future. You know, you really on the move right now. A lot of stuff happening for you. And like, you know, 5 or 6 years ago when I talked to you, you told me your goals, and right now you kind of accomplished them. You're on the radio, you're iHeart Radio. You're on Black Ink coming up. You know, you got moves in progress right now. So like, any other big goals that you got in mind, like next? I know you're still young. Any other things that you still got your eyesight on?
Yeah, I accomplished my short-term goals right now, so my long-term goals is just to make a difference in, you know, the nation and everything like that. So like, as soon as I get to the status of like, you know, Jermaine Dupri's, you know, Dr. Dre's, the Nick Cannons, the Diddy's, and everything, I just want to, you know, take some of my earnings and give back one day. I haven't thought of my ideal yet, but I'm definitely gonna give back one day, you know, and you know, just do things, you know, that SC gets looked down upon. You know, we hardly have anybody that makes it out of the Metro, South Carolina alone. You know, shout out to Charlamagne the God, he's the closest we got. I'm not a rapper, but I'm trying to put on like Lil Rue did, you know, Boss G, Speaker Knockers, rest in peace, long live SK, DJ B Lord, and everything like that. Like, we got a lot of artists that made it out of the Metro, but they don't claim us like that. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna put on for SC and claim us like we supposed to and everything. So that's my long-term goal. Just to make a name for myself and, you know, putting on for South Carolina.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Y'all, we're gonna wrap this exclusive interview up with DJ X. You heard where to catch him at, so make sure y'all tune in to 100.1 The Beat and iHeart Radio and listen to his and download his mix and listen to his mix, man. You know he blazing the airwaves right now.
Disappointed.
So y'all make sure y'all follow him. Give your social media out one more time for me, man.
All social media handles, DjX803. All social media handles, DjX803.
Alright, so y'all heard the man. Follow him at DjX803 and make sure y'all follow at Conceited Magazine for more exclusive interviews and shout outs and everything exclusive, man. We on the scene. We out.
That's a wrap, motherfucker.